What a turnout. First of all, applaud if you are optimistic about Cincinnati's future. I mean, this is an incredible turnout to get excited about entrepreneurialism and innovation. I mean, it is really inspiring. I want to start by first acknowledging my colleagues who have been 1,000% supportive of this public-private partnership, as Wendy Lee has described it. And we're very proud that the city has committed to this building, as well as the centrifuge, as well as the Cincy Tech. And we have Councilwoman Yvette Simpson. Give her a round of applause. We have Councilwoman Amy Murray. We have the chairman of the Entrepreneurship Committee, which has jurisdiction of this issue, Mr. P.G. Sittenfeld. I don't want to leave out any of my colleagues. Is there anyone else, council here? All of council has been supportive of this. And I want to thank those who are here personally. Secondly, you know, some of us literally had a meeting right before this, the Cincinnati Business Committee, which includes, you know, a farmer that started the Cintas Company, the Williams that started Western Southern, the Barrett family that is running Western Southern, included, you know, Craig Meyer, his family owned and operated Frisch's, and on and on and on. You know, a Lindner that started in Norwood with a single ice cream shop that turned it not only to UDF but to Great American. The story of Cincinnati has been the story of innovation, entrepreneurship, and we want this incubator and to take advantage of this ecosystem to build the future companies that have made this city so great. And the fact is that with technology, times have changed. And things were maybe 150 years ago, 100 years ago, more geographic based. And so we had certain advantages in one area and certain disadvantages in other areas. But now, clearly, people have the ability to go wherever they want to go. And technology will allow them to work even if they're not where their work is. And so we have to create an ecosystem and an excitement and innovation. I do think that this building is going to foster that kind of creative energy and innovation and excitement for the future in the historic neighborhood of Over the Rhine, in this adaptive reuse. And I think I have to say, I don't know, those of you who are roughly my age do remember, how many remember the old warehouse that was here? Yeah, I see my friend Jamie. Yeah, I mean, I came here in high school, first floor. In fact, I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, I used to wear I had this belt. Remember those old string belts? They were like tie-dye belts that you could tie really long and they'd go down the side of your leg. It was the only underage place you could go to. It was the only place under 21 that you could get into. And I got to tell you, there was a lot of creative energy going on. So there's a tradition and a culture of creative energy in this building. But I also want to say that in particular, the component parts, Wendy Lee is offering great leadership. Cincy Tech is got over 10 years now of success behind it. The Brandery is co-founded by my good friends Rob McDonald, but also my St. X classmate J.B. Kropp, who's here. And I remember a couple years ago during the campaign, I got a tour of the Brandery, and it's incredible. They bring people who are not from Cincinnati to Cincinnati and spend a summer or 6 weeks or whatever it is, and they live in Over the Rhine, and they get to be part of the culture, and a lot of people are staying. So it's an incredible opportunity and success, and to have them all housed here together is an incredible opportunity. I also want to point out that the vision, remember about 5, 6 years ago, somewhere around then, you know, there was all these reports. And one of the things that the report said was that Cincinnati has all sorts of great things, except we're missing in the venture capital space, in the entrepreneurship capital, that we're a little bit behind our peers and some of that stuff. And it was the vision of Tom Williams and the Cincinnati Regional Business Committee, which was getting formed in the CBC, and say, okay, well, we're not just going to sit back and take it, we're going to do something about it. And what's so great about Cincinnati is that not the government, although we like to work in concert with the business community, but the people of Cincinnati, the great businesses that have been here forever, are also committed to making sure the future is great. And I think the CRBC is one of the most exciting organizations to develop over this last several years. Scott Robertson, who's been the chair since its formation, is here. I want to thank him for his leadership. And all of the members who are working to make Cincinnati a better place because they live here, their kids live here, and they want their kids, and they want their, most importantly, their grandkids to live here. So I want to thank Tom Williams for his extraordinary vision in this. And lastly, because he's next and I need to get off this mic, is my good friend Mel Healy, who's one of the great businesswomen in the history of Cincinnati, who's lived all around the world and understands the importance of historic neighborhoods like this. And I remember a year and a half ago, if you remember, a whole bunch of us in this room went to New York to sell Cincinnati. And Julie Schiffman was here, who helped organize that meeting, and so many others. We had the symphony and the ballet and the orchestra and the art museum and Taft Art Museum. We were all there. And Mel and I and her husband and my wife, we had dinner that night in New York. And we talked about how important Centrifuge is. And her commitment as chair of 3CDC and her involvement at Procter & Gamble has been vital. So with that, I bring up Mel Healy.